Hi everyone, Dr. Traci, and I'm here with our little therapy dog, Spirit. Say hi, Spirit. Say, oh, you. Okay, so today I want to talk about the EPPP, the national exam for licensure for a psychologist. So I get asked about this a lot from people who are studying for the EPPP. And I got to tell you, the EPPP is no joke. It's a killer, and you are not going to get anywhere near passing if you don't put in the time to study. Just to give you an idea of how much I studied, we started, me and all of the interns that I worked with at our internship, we started studying that year, and then also through our post-doctoral residency. So we studied for 2 years. The first year was we would study like on our lunch breaks, or like anytime there was like some downtime at work, and then we would go over things at home. So maybe you're talking about just a few hours a day, maybe let's say 3 hours a day. And then the second year before my test, I studied. That was my full-time job. I worked part-time and studied about anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day for a year. What I recommend is you need some sort of study schedule, even having a study buddy, somebody that you can study with. And if that's helpful, I also recommend doing flashcards or printing out different sections that you're trying to study from. Oh, before you do any of this, let me go back. I highly recommend taking a study prep course. I don't know if they still do the courses live. I did mine live. It was like at a hotel conference center somewhere. It was like 3 full days, and they give you basically a study guide to study from. And of course they say they can't guarantee. There could be things that are not on the exam. I mean that are that the exam asks that are not in this study guide, but if you have this down, you will pass the test. And so that was my strategy. Is I just said, I am going to make sure I know every single word and understand every single word in this study guide. And that's what I did. I knew it backwards, forwards, and so I would take little sections of it and copy it or print it out, and I brought it with me everywhere I went. I studied in the car. I was just memorizing or reciting things, when I was driving, when I was in line at the grocery store, when I was, pretty much anywhere, I had it with me. And so that's what I recommend. You have to completely immerse yourself in it. With that said, I did pass the first time, which I gotta say, from my understanding, is pretty rare. But if you look at the time, how seriously I took the test and the time that I put in it, I would say if I told you all this and I still didn't pass, that would not be good. That would be very discouraging. So from my experience, if you put in the time, you will pass the test. My mentality through studying for that test, I kept saying to myself, the difference between a pass or fail could literally be one question. Think about that. One question could determine whether you pass or fail the test. So what I did with that information, I used that to motivate me to just, go a little bit deeper into, this concept or theory. Go, just study a little bit more. That could be the one question, and that did motivate me. Make sure whatever you are using to motivate you, you're not actually tearing yourself down and discouraging yourself. Make sure that whatever you use to motivate yourself is actually motivating you. Also, I recommend flashcards. The kind of like magic about flashcards is just hand writing the flashcards yourself. In that, just going through that process is part of the memorization. And I barely even used the actual flashcards because the whole memorization part, the learning part, was actually creating them. So don't think, it kind of defeats the purpose to, buy flashcards or print them out online or do something like that to use them, right? You're missing the whole point in the whole flashcard process. And then I would always bring, 10 to 20 flashcards with me. I had them everywhere I went. Sorry. That's our not therapy dog. Okay, so anyway, that's pretty much all the advice I can tell you. Put in the time, take it very, very seriously, make that your priority. All right, good luck. Bye.